Okay, here we are again. We will wait our usual couple of minutes and then we'll get started. A little sleepy. Sorry, I was yawning. I don't know if it picked up on the mic. I don't do that whole audible sigh thing that some people do when they yawn, so it doesn't usually pick up on the mic. But unless I'm talking in mid-sentence, I start yawning, which, I might start doing that now just because I just said it. But, yeah, a bit sleepy, which is kind of counterintuitive to the fact that I took a vitamin B12, but... Oh, yeah, that was where the train of thought was going. Can't rub my eyes because the late spring, early summer pollen allergies that I have absolutely ravage my eyes. Like, I end up with my eyes looking bloodshot most of the time in the summer nowadays. I have to put drops in them, not every night, but almost every night, so that they don't, and that's without touching them. So I can't imagine what they'd look like if I did scratch them. Like, I'd probably have a bunch of two shriveled up raisins in my eye sockets. It wouldn't be so good. So, yeah, even if I'm sleepy, I can't rub the sand for my eyes because the sand also contains pollen, and the pollen will irritate the absolute heck out of my blood vessels in my eyes. So, not really a good idea. And the other thing too is that the yawning thing, you don't just yawn because you're tired. Oftentimes that's not even necessarily why you're yawning. If you yawn, it is due to a lack of oxidation in your brain. So it's your body sharply inhaling air to make sure, there it is, that your brain gets the oxygen that it is asking for. Hang on. There we go. And that's why you sharply inhale when you yawn. So, but also on top of that, I ate a large lunch, and so I probably will be a little thirsty. And thirst, I find, has a tendency to also make me yawn more. May have to go get a refill on water before we're done today. It's okay, though. We got a lot to do, but I think we'll be able to get it all done. How are we doing on time? 4:31. Okay, I have my drink. Let's get going, shall we? Well, I guess I'm the general of a standing militia now. Usually that would mean sitting around in an office all day doing a lot of paperwork, but apparently in the apocalypse they replaced the paperwork with doing all the legwork. Somehow I feel like we could recruit people to do this for us, but that would require Bethesda to program their NPCs to actually do things, and consider the rest of the bugs in the game. I don't know if I trust them to program their NPCs to do things. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4, the Stream Edition. Last time, we finally found the Minutemen at Desdemona's request because we lost our cover as an Institute inside agent for the Railroad. And the Brotherhood wants me to murder the Railroad in order to continue with their quest line, so I said, I don't like doing any of that, so we're going to go find the Minutemen. We finally found them in Concord, and in the space of about 3 hours, thanks to our diligence with our workshops, we managed to liberate the castle for them. And in between episodes, I may have gone a little overboard, a little out of control on the castle's statistics. There's actually 16 food there. It's just that there aren't enough people there to grow all the food because each settler can grow about 6 units worth of food by themselves. So there's only 2 people that can grow food because one of them is on Radio Freedom. So there's 6, and then 6 is 12. Got the water purifier working. It was really easy, actually. There's a power pylon and a switch in the courtyard. I'll probably show it the next time we go there. You literally just stick a large generator next to it and then connect it with a wire to the power pylon, flip the switch, and bam, you've got 40 purified water every 3 days. So that's nice. And then you subtract, basically the amount of purified water that ends up in your station there is the amount of water units that you have, subtract the number of settlers, and that equals the amount you'll have. So right now we'd get 37 purified water every 3 days. Now, if I remember right, there's a bug with it, though. Like, you have to take the water out of the workshop station in order for them to continue to spawn it for you. I forget if that's something that the unofficial patch fixed or not, but I don't have the unofficial patch, so I don't know. Got some power. Got, a lot of defense. Basically what I did was I moved all of my salvage from Sanctuary Hills and from Home Plate to the castle to construct as many things as possible. And I also stuck a recruitment beacon at the castle so that it would bring in new settlers. Now, the way that the recruitment beacon works, the number of settlers you can have at a settlement is based on your charisma stat. It's equal to your charisma stat plus 10. So in my case, I have currently 4 charisma, and then you would add 10 so I can have 14. So I may have put a few too many beds in the castle. There's there's 16 beds, so there's more than is needed there, but that's okay because if I stick a partner or something, a companion there, then it'll be fine. Anyway, so I kind of got off on a tangent with the whole castle settlement thing. The reason why we are going to be doing side quests today is because, well, first of all, the Commonwealth is in imminent peril from the Institute wanting to do whatever it's doing, and the Brotherhood want to do whatever they're doing. But in addition to that, after you're done liberating the castle, you need to wait a certain number of days in-game in order for the next event to happen, and then you listen to Radio Freedom, and the next event happens. So we're going to spend just a little bit of time doing just a few side quests, because that's what we do when the world's in imminent peril, and it starts here at Oberlin Station because we got a little transmission from their ham radio in the tower there saying that they heard a loud bang southeast of the station about 2 weeks ago, and nothing has happened since then, but they kind of want to know what it was, so I think we're going to go take a look here before we bunk down for the night. I mean, what's the worst that it could possibly be, right? Oh. Something that's on fire. Great. My specialty, I have asbestos-lined leather chest piece, so I don't catch fire, so I guess I'm the fireman now, or the firewoman. Alright, what the hell is this supposed to be? I ain't never seen an airplane like this before. You know, actually, where are you? There you are. This could be that loud thing that we heard shooting across the sky a while ago, couldn't it? When we went to Boston Common and we just heard that fly across the sky. I don't see an escape hatch. I wonder if the pilot's okay. I think you can actually get a radio signal from the pilot if you extend a radio tower somewhere, but you don't have to. It's actually just as simple as finding, well, for lack of a better term, the blood trail. Is there blood over here? There is a blood trail that you can follow. Actually, I think I went too far up. It's over here, I think. Somewhere. There's another little inlet from this thing here. It's hard to see at night, obviously, but, you know. Yep, there you go. Blood trail, although it looks more like an oil trail. It's kind of got a greenish hue, like gasoline or something. Like the person that was in there got doused in gasoline. That's kind of nasty. Yeah. Maybe they went in this cave. Let's go find out. Alright, well, Hopefully, if they're hurt, hopefully they're not willing to think that I'm a predator or something. Oh. Hello? I was gonna say we come in peace, but evidently you do not. Just shoot on sight where you come from, Mr. Alien? That's not very nice. Well, I guess there is other intelligent life in the universe, according to Fallout. That's nothing new. If you've played Fallout 3, there was a whole DLC based on it, but I haven't played it for the channel. For coming over here, though,
excellent.
We get an alien blaster pistol. Cool. It's really, really good. It's got a lot of energy damage, and the rounds that he gives you are pretty powerful on their own. Unfortunately, you can't get any more of those rounds. Whatever he gives you inside the blaster and also in his pockets, that's as many AB rounds as you'll get for the entire game. You can't make any more as far as I'm aware. Unless you have the DLC, and I think there's a way to do like a duplication glitch or something where you can make more, but I don't have that luxury. Either way, I am glad that this pistol is in the game because it allows there to be a direct upgrade to Righteous Authority in the DLC. If you have the Nuka World DLC installed, you can get a unique alien blaster pistol from one of the people over there with one of the quests that you do. And it's literally just the same thing as the regular alien blaster, except it has the same lucky effect that Righteous Authority has on it, which would make it a direct upgrade in terms of damage to our current laser, even when you don't have any alien blaster cells left for it. You can downgrade the blaster to use fusion cells instead, and only loses a couple of damage, so it's a direct upgrade. But yeah, I don't know how much I'll actually use it. I just kind of wanted to come over here so I could show everybody the end of that little mystery of what the hell was with that fighter jet that shot through the sky. And also because it helps me with the name of today's episode, because it's kind of like a... I'm putting the cherry on top before I stick the sundae underneath, so I guess I need to, like, find something to suspend the cherry from while I build the sundae, you know what I mean? I don't know why I used a sundae as a metaphor. Maybe I'm hungry. I hope not, though, because I ate a large lunch, like I said, so... Dogmeat, hang on. Let me put your bed out first before I get too far here, because we're going to bed down for the night. There we go. Actually, why don't we move that up just one? There we go. It's a little floating now, but that's okay.
Hey, go check that out.
Go on now. If you're tired, go to sleep. All right. Put the cloth wall in front of the entrance so that the smell of his dead body doesn't waft over here while I'm trying to sleep. And then slot this bad boy in and have a good nap for the night. I think I'm only going to sleep for 7 hours, actually. We'll get a halfway decent early-ish start because we have to make our way across Boston Common to get to the next location that I want to go. Okay, stretch out. Stretch up because they did it in real life first instead of doing it in character. Go pick up my cloth wall. Go pick up my boy. Good morning, good boy. Are you ready for another adventure?
Hey, come on.
Okay. We'll have breakfast, and then we'll head across Boston Common to get to... Actually, I'm not even going to head across Boston Common. I'm going to go to a different spot. We're going to go probably back to Bunker Hill to just end up going south from there. We could go back to the Railroad HQ, and I was originally going to go there on my path here to see if they said anything new now that we found the Minutemen, but they have no new dialogue whatsoever. They just spout generic one-liners, like all of them spout generic one-liners or hand you side quests for railroad-based stuff to do, instead of having any unique dialogue once you found the Minutemen after you burn your cover, so... It's a little disappointing, but, I mean, what can you do, right? So, instead of that, now that we've had breakfast, let's head off to Bunker Hill, and then we'll just head south, because as you can see, I have Cabot House highlighted, because we're finally going to go all the way back and do special delivery And on top of that, I need to also highlight Here There Be Monsters, because that is actually going to be on the way to where we're going to be going once we go to Cabot House. But first we have to, go to Cabot House itself. So let's go there first. Excuse me, and then we'll go from there. It makes me wonder, why did they put the blade on metal armor gauntlets like that if you can't use it to stab people? Seems a little counterintuitive if you ask me, but I don't know. I think you can go back into Bunker Hill after the Battle of Bunker Hill, and I think you can even make it a settlement if you want, but I don't really care. I've got enough settlements to finish up the Minutemen, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, and I should actually mention that about one of the quests that we got. We got form ranks last time, which Preston talked about. Okay, well, we don't have the resources to fight the Institute just yet. But in reality, what he means by that, normally he means, okay, so let's get more settlements for the Minutemen. But currently, because, again, of our due diligence over the course of the game, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We have 9 settlements to the Minutemen's name that have settlers in them. You only need 8 in order to finish the game. So basically, once we get through this next section, once we get through the next main quest for the Minutemen, you actually don't even need to do form ranks after that. There's not a waiting period, but essentially all we need to do is finish Inside Job, and then it'll immediately take us to the second to last quest for the Minutemen after that. Which means that as much as I hate Sturgis, he's coming back to haunt me now because he's holding up the end of this game now. So that seems appropriate. It turns out Sturgis is the final boss. Fantastic. I don't think that's actually true, but he's being a roadblock, which is exactly on point for him, if you ask me. Well, Cabot House, Sentry Bot.
Stay off the grass.
Well, you heard him, buddy. Come on. Off the grass. Off the grass.
Stay off the grass.
We will. Sheesh. Guess he's got a patrol. Intercom.
Go away.
Not even gonna ask who I am at this point?
Edward Deegan invited me here.
Oh, it's you. I thought you might change your mind. Come on in. Door's open.
I did change my mind because I didn't realize I'd be doing side quests at this point. Anyway, into Cabot House. And it makes me wonder, because Charlotte would know who the Cabots were. They were the eccentric,
Let's go meet the boss.
rich folks that were around before This place is very well furnished,
Lead on.
considering the war. Wow. They've kept this place practically spotless.
Jack, the new gal is here.
Jack?
He'll be right with you.
Sorry, I guess I did that one a little early. I was supposed to be reacting to him exploding something up there.
Hello. Welcome to Cabot House. I'm Jack Cabot.
It can't be Jack Cabot, right? Like, it's got to be like a descendant of Jack Cabot, the eccentric researcher from pre-war, right? It's the spitting image of him, though.
Pleased to meet you, Jack.
And I am very pleased to meet you. Edward finds it tiresome, but I always like to know personally everyone who works for me.
Uh-huh.
Please, have a seat. How about a drink? Edward, the good bourbon, eh?
I'll just
Please, have a seat.
sit over here. Is that good?
Before we get down to business, I have a question I like to ask all my new employees.
Okay.
Is this really the time
Don't
for it?
interrupt, Edward.
Mm.
The question is this. Do you believe there is other intelligent life in the universe?
Now, you know I did this on purpose, right? What do you mean?
Are you talking about aliens, UFOs, and little green men?
Because I've seen
No, that's
those.
all popular hysteria. I doubt any of it has any basis in fact. I'm talking
That's
about
what you
the
think.
history of our planet, the very origins of human civilization. Ancient
So,
powers that modern science, even at its pinnacle, could barely begin to comprehend.
ancient aliens.
You think aliens created human civilization?
Yes, if by alien you mean a non-human precursor to the commonly understood founding cultures. Sumer, Egypt, Assyria. My father excavated a city in the Rub al-Khali in Arabia, which he dated to more than 4,000 years before the rise of any known human civilization.
Your father did this after the Great War?
Strange.
How did he get to Arabia after the Great War?
Clearly not constructed for or by humans. I've spent my life trying to decipher what he uncovered.
Jack, can I tell her what I need her to do?
I'm sorry, Edward. I just get carried away sometimes. You're sending her to look for the missing shipment.
Yeah.
Well then, I'd better leave you to it. We'll talk more about this some other time, when things are less rushed. It isn't important now. Welcome to the family.
Okay. You're officially hired. Congratulations.
I'm more saying because the camera doesn't seem to know where to go, but...
That was interesting.
Good. If you like that kind of thing, you've come to the right place.
You're not much for
That's part of the
sarcasm,
job,
are
by
you,
the
Edward?
way. It's best to keep an open mind. Jack may be eccentric, but he's definitely not crazy.
Trust me,
Job I
I've
got
seen
for you is
crazy.
simple.
He's not crazy.
Jack owns a facility north of the city. There's an important package that went missing between there and here. I need you to track it down and bring it back to me.
Uh-huh.
Questions?
Are you guys having me be a drug runner now?
Only about 1 million.
You should start
Yeah.
at Parsons State Insane Asylum. Don't let the name spook you. It's just a secure building that we're using.
Too late
We
for
think the
that.
courier got
Parsons State
ambushed as
Insane
he was
Asylum's
leaving.
enough to run a chill up my
Guards
spine.
heard gunfire in the distance, but we don't know exactly what happened.
Hmm.
Check in with Maria at Parsons. She's in charge of the security force there. She can point you in the right direction. You all set then?
Not really.
I have some questions.
Shoot.
Okay, so he didn't tell me what the package was. He was conspicuous about it, so he probably won't tell me that one. I think I have an inkling of why they're guarding the asylum, so they're probably not going to tell me that one.
How did this package go missing?
The courier got there and picked up the package just fine, but never got back here. Could be simple bad luck, or it could be a deliberate ambush. That's why I'm sending you. It's important that you recover the missing package.
And he's still not
Anything
telling me
else?
what it is, so yeah, we're not going to get that about it.
Nothing else.
Okay. They're expecting you over at Parsons, so you'd better get going.
I got a bad feeling about this. Alright, come on, buddy. Let's go get this over with. Oh, I have a Cabot House key now. Okay, cool. In case I need it. The only unfortunate part about the Cabot House quest, I do like the quests overall. It's just that Cabot House is located in the north end of Boston Common, and as a result of that, load times getting out of the building are not very good. I think it has something to do with the way that Bethesda does loading in Fallout 4. It seems to me like the LOD for it is more detailed in front of the character. So like when you load in, it's loading everything that loads in front of the character, and because Boston Common is so densely packed with things to do and places to discover, it takes like a solid minute and a half to load the whole place, and it takes longer the further in the game you go. However, when you fast travel to Cabot House, you're not facing in the same direction. You're facing towards the house entrance, which is a 180 from the way you're facing when you come out of the house. So as a result of that, it ends up taking significantly less time to load up than, well, that, because you're looking this way, and it loads just this house, what's directly behind it, and then the river and everything else, and that's it. But when you're loading out here, it loads everything out there, and as you can see by my compass, there is a lot out there, and that's just what we can see from here. So yeah, you know, there's a lot going on. Let's see. So the dampening rods are there, and then Parsons State Insane Asylum is up here. I think we'll go back to listening post Bravo, actually. Then we'll travel east-ish to go look for the dampening coil after we get there. Here's hoping we don't run into something called a chameleon deathclaw. That probably wouldn't work out too well for us. Oh. It's like, there's water here? Yes, I went through a puddle. Alright, so our first stop is a stunted Yaoguai. You know, actually, I can stunlock him if I do this, so... No, I can't. Maybe it's just, Maybe it's just in power armor, because I get stun-locked to such a degree that I can't counter back when I do it, but that's okay. We got him, so it doesn't really matter too much. I was thinking it was going to be the same as when I fought the Yaoguais in power armor before, and not so much. It's okay, though. Got a little blood on my power fist. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Well, there it is. Saugus Ironworks. We got a lot of iron and steel. What the hell is this? Tar berries. No thanks. It looks like it's waiting in raw sewage. But we got a lot of iron from this place back in the day when we ordered it for thicket excavations. So we'll have to see what kind of Neanderthals have decided to make this place their home now. Try to stay in the shadows. Not that there are very many at the moment, but you know. Ooh, I think I saw a guy. Hold on. Yep, I did. A gal. Okay, that's one. Only about at least 3 more to go. But you see, if I stand perfectly still, I'll be able to catch them quicker. I guess they can see me now. So this is a forged, according to that. Also, they have Molotovs, so that's cool. I might just do a regular shot. Yeah, there we go. The nice thing about the asbestos lining that I have is that it allows me to basically, they can inflict damage with the Molotovs, but because I have the asbestos lining, I'm basically immune to being set on fire. So I don't know how that interacts with the flamer, though. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Also, I'm kind of getting hit quite a bit, so let me stim pack first before I go taking these guys out. Thank you for coming so close. It'll make it a lot... Oh, okay. Triggerman syndrome. Got it. I was gonna say, it'll make it a lot easier for me to just, like, blast you. Hang on. Get up here. There we go. If I knock your arm out, can that make it so that you don't shoot the flamer anymore? Well, it staggered you at least, so that's good. Alright, where's your friend? We got one there, and one up there. He's over here. Keep him busy, Dogmeat! Keep him busy! Or shoot. Okay, hang on. Now you'll be dead. There. Got him. Okay, now. What else have we got? Gotta be careful, though. If they light up the cars could explode, so that's not so good. Am I hidden now? Okay. Huh. I thought there were more people. I saw at least 3 more markers. Where did they go? Oh, there's one. Should have taken my shot. Okay. I threaded the needle anyway. It didn't matter. Well, here it is. Saugus Ironworks. Wonder if we should go in, or if we should go looking for those other 2 people that were out there before. I don't know if it'll make any difference, considering I think they were up from me, which means they'll be on the roof, but we'll be on the roof eventually as well, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. So I guess let's just go in. We'll see what they've got going on in here. take a drink because it's probably going to be, yeah, very hot in here.
What the?
And I will not be taking off all my clothes.
Don't you die on me.
So. You know what? There. Just do that. There's another person, but I can't quite see them at the moment. With VATS, anyway. If I'm careful, I might be able to sneak into the shadows where they can't see me.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
I was gonna say, is that a person? No, but that was. And we have leveled up from killing them. Sure, why not? I'll take the perk right now. So we're level 32. I think I'm gonna take, finally, the second rank in Rooted. Gives us extra melee and unarmed damage, 50% more now, which is more than what we'd get out of one rank of Iron Fist or Big Leagues, but also gives us extra damage and energy resistance, plus 25 more from what we had before, so should take the next rank of it. The following rank allows you to have a chance at disarming enemies if they use melee weapons against you, which, I mean, that's okay. It's not bad. It doesn't really do too much in Rooted's case. It does less than it does in the case of, like, Iron Fist or Big Leagues, but either way, that's kind of it, honestly. I feel like the build is pretty much complete now. I don't know if that's weird or not, but it just feels like there's not really a whole lot else that I would want to buy, you know what I mean, after this. So I kind of just... I feel like I might buy, like, Medic 3 and Sneak 4 if we level up some more, and I know we'll level up some more before we're done with the game, but we have several quests left to go. But, yeah, I don't know, it's nothing that I really want, I guess. Oof. All this molten stuff in here. Quite a bit on the sweaty side. Makes this a good workout, I guess. I'm just waiting for one of them to come around the corner there and be like, what the? Just see me. Stand still, and then they won't see me anymore because Bethesda game. Well, that's another one. Advanced terminal, and yeah, I was gonna say, I'll bet you that door won't let me get in, will it? Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Good afternoon. Has Charlotte destroyed everything we know yet? Because she's on that path. Not yet. There's a little bit of build-up before the payoff. We are in Saugus Ironworks currently, looking for the dampening coil for Captain Zao. And I guess I'll take this as... You stuck a dinner tray with no food on it in some kid's lunchbox? What the hell? I guess I'll take the technical document too. But yeah, we're looking for the dampening coil in here. And there are some unique raiders in Saugus Ironworks called Forged who really, really like fire. And I suppose that makes sense because this ironworks is filled to the brim with very molten hot iron. Oh, I'll take those, thank you. Not the beer bottle. I guess I'll look at what's in the toolbox. There we go.
Nice.
Guess the Brotherhood ain't getting any of those technical documents. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I might end up... Again, I'm not... Someone's shooting randomly. Are they shooting at Dogmeat, or is something... I can't tell if they're shooting at Dogmeat or if something else was bugging them. I do know I'm going to go along catwalks up here, because that might help us get to where we're going. So, Dogmeat, did you go get in trouble with somebody? Oh, that's the advanced lock terminal. Okay, so I guess I could have snuck around up here if I wanted to. Just want to drop in and say hi. Need a new profession. Talking to people for 4 to 5 hours a day exhausts you. Believe you me, I understand. I've worked in customer service in every one of my jobs other than the maintenance job that I did. It takes a lot out of you. So, I completely understand.
What the hell was that?
Yes, Dogmeat did in fact decide to go off exploring again. That's fine. Okay, there's a forge there. This one's hard to see through the mist. And there's forged in there as well.
Nothing there now.
Ah, there you are. And there's your friend. Ah, damn it, I'm out of ammo, and by the time I reload, yeah, he'll be gone. That's unfortunate, but, you know, it happens.
Get a grip on yourself.
How did Dogmeat get down there, anyway? Did he just decide he wanted to flop around? No, guess it doesn't matter now. Make your way up here if you can. Just watch the lava. Well, not lava, but molten iron. Might as well be lava. He'll teleport into me anyway when we get to the next section, so it's not really a huge deal. Ah, there you are. Yeah, those 2mm electrical cartridges that we're finding, those are rounds for a Gauss rifle. I think I mentioned it before. It is one of the strongest rifles in the game. It can charge up kind of like a... like you hold the button down to charge it and then it shoots, and it's really strong. Definitely solid for rifleman builds, but I'm not on a rifleman build, so, you know. I gotta make do with this ridiculous gun as my sneaking / sniping weapon. Sniping people from across the map with a glow-sighted friggin' pipe rifle gun. Pipe pistol, not even a rifle. Still blows my mind. This gun is so ridiculous. Having fun? Alright, let's go see what's up in here. Hey, Metroid, how you doing? Welcome back. You're just in time to watch what's going to happen in Saugus Blast Furnace. We're in here looking for the dampening coil for Captain Zao. Hi, can I... Whoa.
Killer. You must be pretty strong to make it here.
I guess you could say that.
Oh, were those your guys? I thought they were just trying to throw me a barbecue.
Huh? Like your style, stranger. Been a while since anyone had the guts to talk to me like that.
Well,
CJ?
you've got a very not power armored head,
Worth my time.
and I've got a gun with instigating on it, so...
You're gonna kill me. But I brought everything you asked for.
Stealing things from your family farm doesn't prove your strength. boy.
Yo, the Forge,
So
these
this
guys,
wonderful
obsessed with
forge
fire.
does put me in the mood to give you one last chance to prove your worth. What do you say? Kill that prisoner and prove that you aren't completely useless.
You said we'd be raiding outside the Commonwealth. These people aren't even a threat to us.
Prove to me that you can kill. It's him or you.
Oh God, what do I do? What do I do?
Can I pull the camera away and do a great mentat for this? I think it's a good idea to walk away, Jake.
Walk away, Jake. You don't have to do this.
You're right. I don't want to
Oh,
do
good.
this.
I got it.
Join the Forge. I just want to go home.
Last chance, Jake. If you don't kill the prisoner before I count to 3, well, it's over. 1. Help! 2.
I don't have the right gun out. Well,
This is gonna be fun.
okay, anyway. Gotta fight Slag and his goonies. I think Jake is helping. I'm not 100% sure, honestly. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm walking. Hold on. Ah, there you are. Just gonna use you as a bank for my crit real quick. I don't think that's gonna be enough because you're gonna die to this one. Yeah, that's okay. Next. Okay, now, Slag, for you. I think Jake is behind him doing some sneaking, some melee attacking action, or he just did it from somewhere else. Kind of hard to tell. There, got him. Okay, oh, hang on, there's another one. But it's one of the weak ones who decided to jump off the rafters. Alright then. Well, that was fun, I guess. I must have kicked that. That must be why it did that. Almost did it again. Saugus roof key, shish kebab, fusion cells, Dogmeat. We're all good, buddy. We're all good. Issue. Oh, picket fences. I think Jake is not aggroed at this point because I think he survived. So we can take the shish kebab. It's a sword with the flamer fuel on it, so it sets the sword on fire or superheats it. Gives it energy damage. So that's cool. I keep kicking everybody's weapons. Jake? Hi, are you okay? Free prisoner. Free and share items. Yes, that's just free.
Excuse me.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Where'd Jake go? Oh, there you are.
Hi.
Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. I panicked.
No, you did pretty good considering you know, it was a firefight like that. Why did you want to join these guys?
What were you doing with those guys anyway?
Yeah. Well, just...
I thought we'd be raiding outside of the Commonwealth, and that if I joined them, I could provide for my family.
By
don't know.
raiding?
God, my dad's right. I'm such an idiot.
Look, I should probably try to go home and make amends. I know I've got no right to ask, but I bet if you're there to explain, things with my dad would go easier. I bet if you bring my great-granddad's sword, he'll make it worth your while. He always tries to deal fair with me. I'll wait for you by the overpass near the farm.
Okay, sure, I guess. Jake never survives from me when I've done this mission before. I've only done it once, but I've done it before and he always gets killed by the raiders, so it's kind of surprising to see him live. We have the shish kebab. We can take it back to the family. Basically, what I was going to do is I was going to pick it up, go find his dead body, and then stick it on him. Because what's going to happen with this quest, Out of the Fire, is as soon as we go back to the farm, Finch Farm, which is south of this area, we can give them back the sword, and then Jake will apologize for going, and then we will get Finch Farm as a settlement, and I don't have the inventory to build them any defenses, which is unfortunate. They don't need anything other than defenses, though, so I suppose I could always do it later. There's one important flaw with the shish kebab. You no longer wear an oven mitt while holding it. 0 out of 10. Yeah, I guess that's fair. It does make it a little bit less silly, doesn't it? Anyway, the dampening rod sleeve with the dampening coil that we're looking for is right over here. Okay, well, we got that. Now we can go back to Captain Zao. First, let's get out of here. That issue of picket fences that we picked up, by the way, allows you to build copper statues at your settlements, and those give an abnormally large amount of experience points. So if you're trying to grind settlement building in order to get levels, you could always build a ton of those copper statues and just get a whole bunch of experience points for doing it. Copper's not that hard to find from my understanding, so... I think we've got a decent-sized amount of it still just hanging out, but, you know. So I guess we'll go return the sword since Jake survived this time. Again, Finch Farm won't get any defenses from me for a little while because I'm going to be doing other stuff, but basically the reason why they won't get any defenses from me is because, like I said at the beginning of this stream, I moved a lot of my settlement building materials over to the castle in order to just build a whole ton of things there. That's our current stats right there, although the food will probably increase now that there's a fourth person there. But yeah, I moved all of my materials over there, so I don't want to go get them the defenses until, well, I go back to the castle, and I'm not planning on going back until the next quest procs, so, you know. He does have a bad habit of getting killed, doesn't he? It doesn't really help him out too much. Yeah, I forgot these guys are still around. Hold on. It's just, ooh, okay. Didn't realize you were that close. Got a friend? Yes, but they're behind those smokestacks, so I can't see them at the moment. And one above. Oh, mine. I've already got a couple of those for a special project that I've got planned. We'll talk about it. Not yet. What the hell are they doing up there? I can hear shots going off from a gun that I don't recognize. Oh. Okay. Hard to see this guy in the dark. I guess I could just do that, but, you know. Come into the light a little bit so I can see it better. There you go. Ah, okay, so his friend's over there. Smokestacks. Wait for him to come around. He might come around. He might not. We'll see. There he is. Okay, got him. That wasn't too bad. Hi, Cole.
Just here to pick up a package.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's so much nicer over here than in my house.
Why? The air conditioning?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The air conditioner over there, I can't keep it on at the same time as my air fryer, so when I cook food, I slow roast myself.
They're on the same circuit, that's the problem. We gotta put them on a different circuit.
Yeah, we do. Alright.
Alright, later.
See you.
Now there is one spot up here on the roof that I want to go find, but I don't remember where it is exactly. There's a little room with something in it that I'd like to find. I don't know if it's got the same thing on it every time, but it might, so we'll find out. I also don't know what's all the way at the top of this place because I've never gone to the top of this place, so I guess I'll find out now. Well, a molten smokestack and some ammo. I mean, I guess that's nice, but not really necessary, strictly speaking. Not really what I'm looking for either. So, you know. Probably a gunner camp over there on top of the highway. So I don't think I'm gonna try to be less conspicuous so they don't notice me, but we'll see. I also don't remember the way off of this place, but, you know. Maybe it's here. Like inside of this thing. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. There's a radio here. I actually did some testing before this to see how long it would take us to do all these side quests that I wanted to do, see if we could get them in a certain amount of time. And when I came up here the last time, there was actually a very specific radio station on. And it wasn't Diamond City Radio. So let's just pretend that the actual radio station I want was on here, which is classical radio. And listen to it, shall we? Or not, because it's in the middle of one of those muted songs. I might just leave it, because at some point it will swap over to the thing that I want to show. So, alright, so the farm is over here. And there is a way off this from this direction, if I remember right. Or, I mean, I guess I could just jump down from here. It's not that far, I don't think. Looks okay, a little rickety, but... Okay, not too bad. Just a little jump. And a radstag. That hasn't aggroed this time. That's good, because if it did aggro, it would have alerted all the foragers to where I was. And that would have just been unfortunate. What time are we at anyway? 10:56. Okay. We might be spending the night out here, buddy.
Here goes nothing.
What the? Boy, I told you that if you
Abraham,
showed
what's
your
going
face
on?
here again, I...
Is that my boy come home?
What? Jake's back? Oh, thank God.
Man, is there enough
Please,
shooting going on
I
out
know
there?
I screwed up pretty big. I thought if I joined up, I could keep them from raiding our farm.
Oh, is that what you thought?
I don't want to hurt anybody.
I don't care what you thought. I told you.
Abraham Francis Finch, that's enough.
Mama, it...
Shut up, Jake. If I hear anything out of either of you, you'll both be peeling potatoes for the next year. I've watched you two go at
I don't
it
know if
for
that's
years
how a
and tried to
Bostonian
make
says
the sword down
potatoes,
yourselves.
but, you know.
Abraham, your son is a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, then you'd better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There. It's over. If I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me.
I will dangle you from the highway and let the gunners shoot at you for target practice. Well.
Hey there.
Thanks again for getting me out of there.
You're welcome.
Mr. Finch.
She's right. I've been a fool. There's no way I can thank you enough.
Even though we don't know each other.
I think you should hang on to that sword. It'd put a smile on Granddad's face to know it was being used to help people.
I will hang on to it then, although are you sure Jake shouldn't, like, inherit it since it's in your family? I can't exactly use a sword. Anyway, they give you the opportunity to use the workshop at Finch Farm, and I'm going to guess that they don't have enough of anything in here for me to make them any, any turrets. They also don't have enough water, so I suppose I could fix that, but I can't. They don't have concrete or gears. Never mind. They need 1 concrete, 1 gear, and 1 circuitry, 4 gears, and 4, or no, actually a little bit more circuitry because I'm going to make one of these turrets to do, because I need 2 of these turrets, so. I'll just bring the materials for it, whatever, it's fine, I'll do it later. Oh. Well, that was probably a Brotherhood vertibird getting exploded. Wonder what they were getting in trouble with. That's over by the National Guard training yard, so something must have decided they didn't like them. That's fun. Do we bed down here for the night, or do we go? I think we go a little further north, because then we can get closer to my ultimate destination here. So we'll do that. We'll just go north of the ironworks and hit the road a little bit, and then go from there. Are you okay, buddy? You tripped a flame trap. I guess that's not all that surprising, considering. This is why I keep telling you not to open doors. Because tension traps still do stuff to you. I can get through them without doing anything, so. Nothing like the smell of molten iron and wood for keeping my lungs from getting oxygen in them. Oh, Lord. Where's the road anyway here? Okay, it's slightly to my left. There's a road that we can take up here. It leads to another potential settlement, the Slog. But we're probably just going to discover the Slog and leave it. I don't need the additional settlements. Now that we have Finch Farm, we have a total of 10, so we don't even need this one. But I guess I'll just leave it here for now for the extra experience. And then we'll head further north, because the place that I'm actually looking for is up there. Slowly building in the horizon. A pencil. Well, I hope they don't mind me bedding down here for the night, because I'm not going to get to Cabot House until after I, well, bed down for the night, so. Oh, that needs to be moved a little bit. Hold on. Yeah. There we go. That should be good. Might be floating a little bit, but that's okay.
Hey, check it out.
Go have a snooze, buddy. I'll put up the cloth wall so that they know we're not interested in whatever they're selling. Not looking to cause any trouble, basically, is the gist of it. I guess I should mention, Metroid, we're doing the Cabot House quest right now because we need to wait for the next sequence to proc for the Minutemen. So we're doing the Cabot House quest while also doing the quest for Zao. So we have the dampening coil. The dampening coil was on the way to the Cabot House quests anyway, so that was in the cards. I was also going to investigate the Museum of Witchcraft at one point, but I don't think we're going to get to that. We're kind of, well, let's just say my son is getting ready to escalate things, if you know what I mean. Are we still on classic radio? Yes, we are. I thought there was a broadcast on it, but there is not. I guess I'll leave it in case it happens, and then it'll like jump scare me at some point because I'll forget that I have it on. So yeah, oh boy, Cabot House, fun, absolutely. I thought it would be appropriate considering the fact that we started the episode going and exploring the alien crash site by Oberlin Station. I was like, okay, well, let's do that 10 minutes before Jack Cabot asks me about intelligent life in the universe. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I don't know, buddy. I don't think it's a good idea for us to eat breakfast before we go for a swim, and I think we're going for a swim. So let's get over this first before we have our breakfast. Nice morning swim. Doing a lot of swimming in these later episodes. Didn't expect to be swimming as much as I am, but I guess since I have the hazmat suit, I might as well, you know. Could also get the Aqua Girl perk, because that would prevent me from taking rad damage when I swim, but, I mean, it's not really that problematic to just, you know, stick the hazmat suit on and swim across. Like, you get very little radiation from doing it if you swim in a hazmat suit, so. I don't think you get to breathe underwater with the hazmat suit, though, like you can with the Aqua Girl perk. So I guess that's one thing that could be a positive of getting Aqua Girl. Anyway, we're here.
Off limits. You'd best move along.
Actually, I'm expected here, too.
Edward Deegan sent me. I'm looking for a missing package.
Oh, you're the new girl.
Yeah, it's
this
me.
Package. Pretty sure we know where it is.
Okay.
The guys that shot Ben are holed up in the Parsons Creamery, just north of here.
Yeah, I'm aware of the place. Are they just regular old raiders?
Who are these guys? Raiders?
Sure. Assholes with guns.
Okay.
Though it's weird that they're still hanging around so close. Kind of like they're scouting this place or something. I don't like it.
Yeah, it doesn't sound so
Glad
good.
You're gonna finally get rid of them.
I will do the best that I can to get rid of them, yes. Oh, good. Actually, the rain might be helpful. I'm not sure if the rain gives me more cover from, like, in terms of shade, so that the enemies don't see me as much, or if they can see me just as well in the rain as they can in the sun, but it would be nice if it did give me a little more cover. We'll find out, but, well, this place still creeps me out. Let's just say this isn't the first time that Charlotte's been here. I suppose I can mention it, if this isn't set to the radio station that I was thinking it would be at. Yeah, we're getting nothing on the station, so I'll just turn it off for now. It's fine. No more mutated ferns. I guess I should explain it now since I wasn't explaining it before. Charlotte was, in fact, a lawyer before martial law took effect in the Fallout universe. She was a prosecuting lawyer, though. Like, most of the time, I feel like a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, they were a defense lawyer. No. Charlotte was a prosecuting lawyer, which means that she got a few people thrown in there. Which is probably not good, because now they're probably all, like, mutated ghouls and shit, and they probably want revenge. I guess we'll find out if we go in there at some point. At the moment, there's nothing to go in for. All we're thinking about doing is trying to get this package back from whomever has it. So I'll try to take pot shots while I'm at it here. And if I stand perfectly still.
Oh, I know you're here. I'll find you.
Sorry, I should have taken my shot. Don't know why I'm apologizing, but I should have taken my shot, and I did not, so. I guess I can take it now, to be fair. I don't know why I got a kill cam on that, considering they didn't die.
I'll be over soon.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Still in caution, though, so they haven't spotted me yet. And if this guy comes running up the hill, I can get rid of him real quick. To make myself hidden again. Wonder if there's any more of them, and they're gonna like aggro once I go find this person's body. I think we're gonna be falling from here, buddy. Just do a little slide down. There we go. Doing some parkour today as well as the other stuff. Mysterious serum. Okay. Oh, good. They're finding Dogmeat. Fun. That's a missile launcher. Okay. Hang on. Shit, alright. I don't know who had the missile launcher, but I hope they're dead or something. Because that wouldn't really help me if they weren't. Alright, let's wait for him to come around the corner. Maybe just double up. There we go. Somebody's got a missile launcher. I don't like it much. It's not you. Okay. Got a 1% chance, but that's all I need. You don't say. I should probably use a stim pack. Anybody else? Yeah. Okay. Oh, super mutants have decided to join the fray as well. What are you guys doing here? Charlotte, yeah, I was gonna say aim a little bit, please. Maybe that's what all the exploding was. Maybe it was a bunch of frags from the super mutants. Well, those Molotovs aren't gonna do you any good, sorry to say it. Where did these guys come from, though? Seriously. Okay. Well, that was a ton of fun. Where'd that legendary raider drop at? Oh, there you are. Relentless Automatic Plasma Rifle. Well, that's a solid find. Plasma weapons are pretty solid, all things said, as well. They've got a split between ballistic and energy damage, but it's an even split, so it benefits doubly, essentially, from your riflemen, if you have it. I could make this into a pistol as well, but... yeah, it's not bad. It would work with, like I said, if I modded it into a pistol, it would work with our build, kind of like Kellogg's pistol, but it's probably one of the better finds for legendary, regular, like, random legendary weapons we've had. So, I suppose that's nice. I'm gonna go discover this spot. Oh good, I'm basically out of ammo. Let's just mop up, so that way if there were any left, they don't decide to give anybody the insane asylum trouble. Doesn't look like there is. Yeah, doesn't look like there is, so... Alright, cool. Well, buddy, I think we're done. Let's go see what we've got left here. So we've got Zao to go talk to, but we'll do that right before we go do the next Minutemen quest, because that's right by the castle. Return serum to Cabot House. Can do. Got it. Yeah, so probably what's going to happen with Finch Farm is their happiness percentage is going to drop quite a bit for a little bit, because they don't have any defenses and they don't have enough water for all the people that are there. Probably because Jake is not normally one that survives in my case. Normally there's enough water because he dies, but yeah, so we'll bring them some stuff to fix them up probably in a little while. Yeah, they'll be fine. It's no big deal. I've actually had a situation before, though, where I wanted to see what would happen, and this is awful to say, but I wanted to see what would happen if I just didn't give the settlers anything. And their happiness will go down. And eventually, there's a chance, from what I understand, that you'll get like a pop-up that'll say that they're really unhappy with the way that you've treated them, and if you don't do something about it soon, they'll stop being your settlement. I don't think that ever happened, but I could be misremembering. I don't know how that would work, honestly, because it's like you programmed them to not be my settlement anymore, but there's a bunch of other programming things that could have been a lot easier, it seems like. Oh.
I'd be happy to send someone to look for her, ma'am. It's not...
Mother, Edward has better things to do than sending someone out to find Imogen. Again.
I don't think you're even listening to me, Jack.
I'm not going to have Edward drop everything just because
so
he decided to take a lover again.
Jack.
How in the hell does that work? Like, I know who they had in the insane asylum before the war, but that's... what's going on here? Edward? Hi.
So did you find out what happened to the courier?
Most likely dead, ambushed by raiders near Parsons.
Some raiders set up camp near Parsons and ambushed him. I took care of them.
I don't like raiders operating so close to Parsons.
Me neither.
I hope this isn't the start of something serious. What about the serum he was carrying? Did you get any of it back?
I actually did, and I'm gonna give it back to you.
There was only this one vial left.
Oh, good.
We didn't really look at the effects of the serum, did we? Well, I'll show it off when we'll see some more of it later, and I'll be able to show it off. So.
That was good work.
Thanks.
Now, as far as what's next. Oh, hell. I guess it's time you met Wilhelmina.
They're still arguing
Jack's
up
not
there.
gonna be happy about it. Come on.
I can still hear them arguing about it up there.
That's her business.
But I guess we'll go meet the rest of the family.
Happening to Imogene right now.
She's a grown woman. She's perfectly capable of looking after herself.
Jack, I'll take care of it. Mrs. Cabot, don't worry. I'll send someone to find Imogene.
Thank you, Edward. I can always count on you. Why can't you be as devoted as dear Edward?
Why can't you teleport short distances as well as dear Edward?
You shouldn't indulge her, Edward. Just
The sigh that he makes is great too. It's like, this is the sigh of someone who has had this happen so many times.
From Parsons. Raiders got the rest of it, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, good. Finally. This will help settle Mother down.
Imogene is Jack's sister. You probably figured that out yourself. She's, a little flighty. Impulsive. From time to time, she runs off. Usually with a new boyfriend. Then I send somebody to bring her home.
Sounds about right. So where'd she go this time?
Do you know where she's gone?
No, but it shouldn't be too hard to find out. She's been spending a lot of time in Good Neighbor. At the jazz club there, the third rail. Somebody there must know something. She's not known for keeping her mouth shut.
What if she doesn't want to come home?
What if she doesn't want to come home?
Yeah,
obviously, as one of the family, you can't just knock her in the head and drag her home by her heels.
Well, that's correct.
Usually, by the time I send someone after her, she's gotten bored with the whole thing and is ready to come home.
I'm guessing this has happened a ton then.
You're supposed to be resourceful, remember?
Yeah, I suppose that is what you hired me for, isn't it? Or rather, asked me for, and then I told you basically to heck off, and then I changed my mind because I needed to do side quests anyway. I can't fast travel from inside of Cabot House, can I? No. That's unfortunate. Because now we have to sit through a minute-long loading screen just to fast travel and get another loading screen. Like I said, this is the major downfall of the Cabot House quest for me, is the having to go out of their house in order to fast travel to where you need to go. And you're loading into the north end of Boston Common, where it takes quite a while to load in. So, you know, it happens, I guess. You know, starting to think about it, I started doing that I just did before, where I was like, you know, it happens a little bit. I started doing that because that's when I'm like joking about stuff before. It's not a real stutter. I don't have an actual stutter. But just thinking about it consciously while I'm sitting here looking at nothing, I kind of do it without thinking now. Like, it's not, again, it's not a real stutter, but I just do it. It's weird. Maybe I should work on that. Anyway, the loading screen's over, so it doesn't matter for now. Back to Good Neighbor we go. I actually like the way that this quest line goes, especially this quest. Like, this quest is really, like, interesting. And I'm kind of sorry that I'm not sure that Marie is here at the moment, because I feel like she'd get a kick out of this one, but it's okay. It's always the VODs. So this is what happened to Scully Square Station. They just built a bar out of it. That's fun. I mean, I suppose they could do worse with it. They could turn it into a raider hideout. Bouncer? Hello.
Hey.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Thanks. I will do that. Come on, buddy. Loading screen thoughts are just shower thoughts in spirit. I mean, that's not incorrect. So. Oh, good. They turned it into a jazz club. Fun.
Yeah.
No.
Yes?
No.
Yes.
No!
Boy, we got beer. If you ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
I'm buying because it's kind of not very customer-like to ask for information and not buy, so.
Let's take a look.
Don't bother tipping. Already overcharging you.
Well, at least he's honest about it. Got any whiskey? No? Okay. He has shipments of glass, I guess. I didn't get any bourbon when they said bourbon, so maybe I should take some bourbon. And I guess I'll take a Nuka-Cola to give to Sheffield when I get back. What can I give him? I could sell the heirloom that I just got that was priceless from the Finch family farm. Oh, that would be mean as hell, though, so we're not going to do that. I could sell this Vault-Tec lunchbox. It'll make a nice shelf decoration. And I'm not going to keep this picket fences, so I'm going to get rid of that too. I still have a power relay coil. I guess I'll get rid of that too. Why not? Thanks there, Mr. Tender.
Now that you're liquored up, got a proposition for you.
Oh, do you?
Dirty girl to do some dirty, dirty work.
I don't...
Blood on the pavement.
Oh, okay.
Bodies in the ground. That kind of thing. Interested?
I thought your programmer was making you talk sexual about this stuff, because I was going to say, I'm not a prostitute, dude.
Not my kind of work.
Oh, I think it is. All right, mate.
I can see the blood on your clothes.
You want to walk away from all these cups I'm offering?
I do, actually, because I just need information.
Hey, Charlie.
Ah, so you're back. Drinks and my pleasant company still available.
Very good, because I have a question for you.
Do you know Emma Jean Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy.
I don't know. They didn't even tell me what she looks like.
Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird.
Who's this Magnolia?
Gal, what's a word?
Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the song. My bad. Hello there.
Oh, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
No, the song was fine.
I loved the song. It was perfect.
Reminded me of the old jazz clubs that were around Boston.
Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Let me guess.
Okay.
Ah, of course. It's those powerful muscles of yours. My, I could get used to looking at those.
You're just saying this to get me to buy more liquor, aren't you? Oh, you know.
Me? Playing a game. First idiot who grabs my ass gets his arm broken. 10 points if he's drunk.
I love that option.
That sounds
Gotta take it every time.
a great song. I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
Well, I'm looking... Flirt, yeah. No thanks. I'm looking for somebody, and I'm gonna keep that mission square in my mind.
Do you know Emma Jean Cabot?
Emma Jean? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Were you a friend of hers?
Friend of the family, I suppose.
She's missing, and her family's worried about her.
Like that they wrote original songs for Magnolia, it adds a lot to her. Yeah, it's nice. It gives her more character, you know what I mean? That she's not just singing old stuff from other people. So, anyway, do you know where she's gone?
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on.
Oh, not again.
Time of day, but Emma Jean, she latched on to him for some reason.
Oh, God, why?
Easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible.
Seriously?
Ma'am, would you come over here a minute?
You know, with the Brotherhood of Steel, the Children of Adam, and the Institute being around,
no,
you'd think I would be used to the idea of there being another dime a dozen cult in the post-apocalypse.
Brother Thomas.
Brother Thomas.
That's right. The one Imogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket.
Great.
Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Imogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fellow.
Well, I'll find her, and I'll make sure she's safe there, Magnolia. Thanks for the help. Let's see. Pillars of the Community. They said Back Bay. I think I have a feeling I know where they're at, because this sort of racket happened before the apocalypse, too. Do you feel your life isn't what you wanted? Are you looking for a change? Come here, Brother Thomas. Explain the truth behind our troubled world at the Charles View Amphitheater in the Back Bay, of course. Revival meetings every night. All those seeking to change their lives for the better are welcome. Fun. Actually, Magnolia, I know you're taking a break, but,
What'll it be?
Excuse me, miss?
You're looking for me? What can I do for you?
now that I feel bad about depriving everybody of their song.
I wouldn't mind hearing another song.
A good musician listens to her audience. How about this one?
I'll get out of your way. So you can go and sing.
Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
No, I'm not looking for McCready this playthrough, thanks. I do know that McCready is here, though. He's a character from Fallout 3. He's all grown up now. Also changed a little bit from his character in Fallout 3, where he was swearing up a storm because he had to act like a soldier.
God, I love this song.
Okay. I just wanted to listen to a little of Magnolia's music because I do enjoy it quite a bit. So, alright, out we go. They said nightly meetings, and it's probably like 7 o'clock now, so I think I need to beat feet over there to make sure that they don't start too much without me. I definitely want to get there at night, though, because it will assist me with something else. Hey, can you sing another song? Immediately leaves, yeah. I just felt bad about depriving the actual customers of their song. I have things to do. It's too late at night, otherwise I'll miss the meeting that they have. But, yeah, so I'll just make my way over there. You know, I'm going to go to Ticonderoga, actually. I probably can get across the bridge there, depending on what time we end up at. I mean, if it's worst comes to worst, I'll just swim across the Charles River, no big deal. It's right across from there, but yeah. Okay, so what we're looking for is down here. Where is the bridge anyway that goes in here? I feel like there's going to be raiders at that bridge if I go to it. But I suppose, you know, that's the worst that happens tonight. It'll be no big deal. Yes, this is the raider outpost from before. Maybe it would be better to just go through the water. Well, somebody already had that idea, and it might be Dogmeat, so... Into the water we go. And that's the amphitheater over there. Kind of hard to tell in all the mist, but once it comes into view a little bit better, you'll be able to see it easier. Probably going to get over there here. They're going to be like, what the hell are you doing swimming across Charles River? I thought I was going to miss the meeting!
Hey, here to learn about our movement?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Brother Thomas is the one you need to talk to.
Spaceman.
He'll fill you in with all
Sitting
the
here
details.
about the movement. I'll go find this Brother Thomas then. Thank you for the information. I really like Good Neighbor in general. There's a lot of great quests there. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get to go there too much in this playthrough, but it's kind of hard to go there unless, like, you're doing a lot more with companions because Hancock is there, so. You know, I saw this open door. Obviously, this is Brother Thomas's office. And I realized something. We haven't done a lot of wanton murder in this playthrough. So, if he doesn't want to give Imogene up, I'm just going to have an insurance policy. You know how it is. You do a job like this, you make sure that the job is done well. That's all. Okay. Anyway. I'll just, I'll just put my regular clothes on. I don't need to sneak or anything like that. I'm not trying to be subtle, as you can see. Yeah, the Silver Shroud quest, the dig, and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of good quests there to enjoy. So.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see you.
Ooh, hang on.
Here. Tell me
Breath
something.
mint.
You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
Not even remotely. I'm actually here for something else.
I'm just looking for Imogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Imogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
Uh-huh. Is she a member of your little group?
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
That's a nice way of putting it.
She and I are, romantically involved.
How could anyone ever get romantically involved with a man that's got a chin like that?
Relationship trouble. You know how it is.
Uh-huh.
She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
I don't think I like how that's going there.
I'm a friend of the family. Maybe I can talk some sense into her.
Look, truth is, we had a little, disagreement about her joining the movement. She got kind of violent. So I locked her in there until I could figure out what to do with her.
So you're holding her prisoner.
Let me unlock the door for you, and then she's all yours.
So not only can I arrest you for fraud now, I can also arrest you for kidnapping and holding someone against their will. It's too bad the justice system as I know it doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, take me to her, and then maybe we can discuss this little movement of yours. You know, give you a few of my valuables. Though I sort of left a few of them in your office already. Who killed Brother Thomas? Got him! GG! Anyway. Oh, another technical document. Even better. Yeah, we may have to take a more RoboCop-style judicial system, like what we just did. There was no justice in this world, but I made justice. Imogene?
You must be Imogene.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
Yeah, actually, that's correct.
That's right. I'm here to rescue you.
What makes you think I need to be rescued?
You were being held prisoner.
What, did you ask to be locked in here?
No, of course not. I could have left whenever I chose.
Did he give you the key?
To see if Thomas would come to his senses.
He won't be coming to anything.
Force me to join his absurd
ever again, because he's kind of dead.
Your boyfriend's dead. Let's go.
Thomas? He wasn't my boyfriend. We had some fun together, that's all.
Are we going to talk about labels, or are you going to go back home or something?
Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
I'm sure you do. Nice 360. Classic landmines. I saw somebody do that in a Fallout 4 video recently, and it knocked my socks off. I was laughing for a solid minute, and I said, no, I have to do it myself. It's one thing to watch someone do it. It's another completely different thing to do it yourself. And get away with it without the whole cult going crazy on you. Because normally if you kill Brother Thomas, or if you tell him to pound salt when he tries to take all your belongings, he just causes all of them to go hostile. But if you set down landmines and then you hide while you're setting them down, he dies, and you don't get in trouble for it. Oh, man. Classic. Looney Tunes cartoon. Ass shit. Landmines are fun. They are, in fact, one of the weirdest sneak attacks, yes, because, again, you don't get in trouble for doing it. I imagine you could probably do a no-kills run if you had enough patience in this game, because you'd set the landmines down. I'd have to check, like, I don't think there's a statistics page in Fallout 4 like there is in Skyrim, where it tells you how many kills you have. But if there was, you could probably do a no-kills playthrough using very sneaky and strategic use of mines. But I'm not 100% sure. Again, I don't even know if there's a statistics page. I'd have to look. I don't think there is, but yeah, it'd be fun, I guess. I can't look at the moment because I have to wait for Cabot House to load. Excuse me. I also fast traveled over to Cabot House because I didn't feel like walking the 50 feet from the theater to here and getting into a scuffle with super mutants or something like that, because there's probably an encounter or something there. So I figured, we'll just fast travel here. I don't know if it was a mistake or not, though, because the loading screen is, well, atrocious. Do we sleep out here for the night since it's, 12:21, or do we go in? You know what, let's go in and we'll see what they're doing first, and then we'll go from there. No kill runs get ruined by Kellogg. Sadly, you can't skip killing him even with glitches. Okay. Well, there goes that, I suppose. I mean, I suppose it is an objective, so...
The signal is strangely weak. Edward, switch over to the heartbeat modulator.
I love Dogmeat's little reaction. He walks over, listens for the radio, twists his ears a little bit, and when nothing shows up, he just goes, huh? Tilts his head.
Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
That's not good.
Jack. I've never seen raiders that...
Oh. Well, that's problematic.
God's sake, Sammy. The doorway, right there. Sorry. Things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Lorenzo Cabot is still in there?
You better round up whoever you can and get...
I thought he was a pain in the ass before the war, when we were still being a lawyer.
Edward? Come in. Edward! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
Inside Parsons. If they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Is that where I step in? Well, you can skip killing him, but it makes the main quest incompletable, so it's a no-go. Yeah, because I think it says directly in the quest log when you have to fight him, it says kill Kellogg, basically. So I don't think there's any choice.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders.
Great.
It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
Maybe it has something to do with the serum? But sounds like we need to get there in a hurry, then.
Let's go.
Good. I'll explain on the way. Hold on. Weren't you off looking for Imogene? Did you find her?
Yeah, I suppose we should talk about that before we go.
Yes, I found her. She's fine.
She's just not going to come home yet. She's got to get a drink first.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right?
Nowadays, yeah.
I hope that's the right amount. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Good. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother.
You also need a thing from his brain for the dream chairs. You can't skip that either, so it's like a double wall. Yeah, 201, that's an odd number of caps to get. He said he's not an expert at this whole giving rewards thing, so, you know. I suppose that's fair. Makes sense. I think they programmed him to give you like an inexact radiant amount, probably. So, I didn't, I assumed I was going to say something else when I said let's go there. I thought I was going to have a chance to talk to them about what's going on here, but I suppose when we get to Parsons, we'll be able to see it. So, it's fine. Because we'll be able to ask him all of the questions and get all the answers when we get there. I think, if I remember this quest correctly. So. That's what I get for not taking the Inquisitive option once. Yeah, I think once you get down into the actual section of the facility, he'll tell you, I suppose it's time for you to actually know what's going on here, isn't it? And then he'll explain the whole thing, so. You can kind of put the pieces together, considering Wilhelmina is the same as she was in that picture, and Lorenzo, well, we haven't seen Lorenzo yet, but he's the same as in that picture. So.
Ready? Let's go. You should know what we're going to be dealing with.
Are we gonna walk there?
For his own safety and everyone else's.
Yeah, I'm aware of that part.
He became dangerously unstable after handling an ancient artifact he found in Arabia. I've spent my life trying to figure out how to cure him.
And you think he's gonna... Okay, Jack, hold on a second. Grab my hand so we can instant transmission over to the insane asylum instead of doing this bullshit. I guess he's taking a gun to make sure that the raiders don't do anything. Although, to be honest, considering... I didn't say it when we got this mysterious serum, but the serum gives you, like, +5 strength and reduces your rad buildup by an insane amount. So, I'm not entirely certain that he needs that. He didn't hold my hand the whole way through, did he? Because he ended up over there. Okay. Anyway. Guess I'll take the spoils from everyone that died. I think, is Maria around here? Yeah, there she is. Well, that's unfortunate. She has an assault rifle, though, so that would be helpful. I told you you needed to hold my hand the whole way through. I knew it was awkward, but...
Good account of themselves, but not good enough, sadly.
Yeah, they didn't exactly make it.
We need to get to my office. From there, we can see how bad things really are.
All right, I'll back you up.
Stay close, follow my orders, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's go.
Okay, you go first because Bethesda door handling things, and then I'll go after you. Wait for the door. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Do like that you can actually use the serum as an alternate solution for a quest later, if you just happen to have it. Yeah, that's in Far Harbor, isn't it, if I remember correctly? There's like a sick person, and you can cure them with the serum. If I remember correctly. It's been a while. I know more about Far Harbor than I do about the... Well, going into this playthrough, I knew more about Far Harbor's story than I did about the main story of the vanilla game. Wonder if that says something.
We'll have to find a way around.
Okay, so, way around. Not that way, because he's not going... Cell key? Sure.
Look at this place. Nothing but dust and junk.
Oh, it's gonna be... Wait, listen. Get ready.
Yeah, I hear him.
This is coming from? Hell yeah, it's gonna be worth it. How'd you get any of it anyway? Lefty doesn't even like you. I cashed in some favors with people who Lefty does like. You just saw because you never got a taste. You better be right.
Neither will you anymore. Jack, I'm supposed to be sneaking. Right, okay. Now. I guess he's just a little gung-ho about the whole thing. I mean, I guess it is his father, so... Watch out, Jack. There we go. Ooh, 44 rounds. Plasma cartridges. I don't think I want to know what Lefty's going to be finishing downstairs. Hold on, there's one down here. Ah, the turret. Okay, got him. Next, anybody else up there that can see me? No? Alright, Jack, watch your corners. Oh, door's not open. Good. That'll make this a lot easier. Maybe. Perhaps. Okay, not so much.
You are trespassing.
That is true. Okay, hello. So let's show them the fine for trespassing. The fine is their life. I've seen Jack do some crazy shit in this quest too. Like there's one time where there's feral ghouls in that room. There was one time where he was like getting really aggro and gung-ho about walking towards all the people that were up here, and he like grabbed a guy and flipped him onto the ground and shit. It was pretty crazy. Hang on, Jack. I gotta be a sharpshooter real quick. There is a dying kid in Far Harbor. Okay, so my memory's not that spotty yet of it. Hey, Amarilla. How you doing? Welcome back. We are waiting for the next Minutemen quest to proc. So we are at the Parsons State Insane Asylum doing the Cabot House quests. So, yeah, I think what he did was, because if you do melee in third person and you spam the power attack button, you can get these special melee takedowns. So it's just fun to watch the NPCs do them to each other sometimes. Like, it just, I don't know, puts a smile on my face, I guess. Ooh, another technical document, if I can find it. Oh, it's in here. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's not good.
Edward, how badly are you hurt?
I'm not dead yet, but I don't think I can get up.
Do you need a stim pack?
Using the elevator?
Yeah.
I've got quite a few.
I sent the elevator down to the basement, like you wanted, and shut it down.